don't be afraid to leave it behind. We wake to the rumbling road. The sight of nondescript pastures make us clueless as to where we are. I believe the unsettling moments of the traveller are the most rewarding and the most profound. This is why you do it. These are the impacting moments you travel for. If it was constantly one easy holiday, then why would we continue to want to go? There needs to be an adventure in there, somewhere. I looked back at the times with my backpack, and I didn't hope for a reunion anytime soon. I looked ahead to the times without luggage, just the bum bag, and I really could not wait. Brazil became the 7th country on the 3rd continent where I would experience living luggage-free. Leaving London, I had no expectations, and even less of a plan. On past trips, the sole main thing I'd missed were earplugs. I thought they were not needed in my limited setup, but I was wrong. In India, the traffic decibel levels were loud enough to mask tinnitus, and in Laos, every speaker system functioned only in the already blown out setting. I had my earplugs with me this time. Sao Paulo, Brazil was eye-opening and life-changing. I chose to move around as little as possible. I no longer wanted to spend 3 days here, stay there for 4, and so on. Before moving on, I decided to get to know each new place a little more. I wanted to slow down. I wasn't in a hurry, and there could always be something beautiful just around the corner. The longer I spent in the city, the more faces turned into friends. I was fully aware how everyone knew I always wore the same clothes. I honestly felt a little uncomfortable when I wanted to look and feel my best, but had nothing fresh to change into. I began wearing leggings at the start of my first trip in 2012 when I was exploring Norway with a tent. I discovered polypropylene as the perfect fabric for breathability, comfort, and insulation. Mostly, leggings are worn as thermal underwear or for athletic activities. Therefore, I knew I stood out in social settings and everyday urban spaces. But I've got so used to wearing them that I've overcome the awkwardness of feeling indecent. In Brazil, I felt like an ultralight, minimalist superhero. And my new clothes, or lack of, would not halt my adventure. My new friends found the fun side of my minimalism and the stories I had from my experiences. They would mention me to new arrivals at our hostel, just so they could see their reactions. We travel to acknowledge, discover, and celebrate our differences. However, there was a moment when I encountered the ugly side to minimalist travel. When I found myself judging others, those who carried backpacks towering well above their heads, sandwiching themselves between it and a second bag on their front. I'd lost my way and momentarily focused on the most insignificant detail of others. This is not why you travel. But sometimes we do slip along our route in the direction of good things. One month after arriving in Sao Paulo, I'd discovered something beautiful just around that corner. I had stumbled into the golden ticket of travel. And now, there was a whole new adventure. The more you travel, the more you realise that what's most important is just getting out there and doing it. Whilst it can be fun to explore new parts of the world and your luggage limits, it's also important not to become too fixated on the latter. Whatever works best for you must always be the main goal. Remind yourself that if you have to buy or borrow something whilst on your trip, that's okay. There are no rules, and there are no opponents. There's no one else competing in your challenge. There is no failure, just a learning experience in the things you most enjoy and depend. These are the important things that, no matter where you are, add some value to your day, week, or rest of your stay. There are no heroes, and you are definitely not a superhero. There's also likely no possession you need that you can't pick up whilst on the road, so don't be afraid to leave it behind. The more you travel, the less you care or think about your initial concerns, those worries that might first hold you back. No matter the volume, your personal equipment should never be a distraction. After all, it should never be about what you take with you, but what you might find when you get there, at the next place, or somewhere along the way.